Hello. 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 Hello everyone. Welcome back to EPL Tips here on YouTube. EPL Fantasy Tips. I'm your host, Simon Barraclough. Alright, so today I'll be going over the midfielders. In my first video I covered the two goalkeepers. And in the previous, if you caught it yesterday, I went over my 5 defender picks. And if you fancy checking out those picks, you might want to look back at the past 2 videos that I released on the channel. But today I'm going to focus on the midfielders. So let's jump right into it. Let's go back to the pitch view. You should see me in the corner. I'm back in the corner. Yes, that's right. Yes, I am back in the corner. Right, so I've blocked out the midfielders for now, and the forward group you cannot see, but I'm going to go one by one, starting over here with Saka. I've selected him simply because, well, he's getting better every season he plays, and Arsenal has a fairly easy schedule, and not many people have selected him, so I think that will be good for you, in your favour, particularly if he scores. It'll do better. It'll be better for your team if he scores, since not many people have selected him. Well, last season he had the best season so far of his career in the Premier League. 11 goals, 9 assists. And I think he will progress. He will probably replicate his previous season, or perhaps even better. Alright, so there's Saka. And let's look at the fixtures. Arsenal, again, it's all in the green for the first 1 to 9 game weeks, except for Man U there. Okay, and my second pick is Wilfred Zaha. He is the master of consistency. If you have him in your squad, there's really nothing wrong with it. He's not exceptional, but he's not that pathetic either. He's always consistent. Every game, every season, you can see he puts up at the very least, 120 points per season, and that's the lower season. Last season he had his best of his career so far with 150 points, 14 goals. He is Mr. Consistency. And Crystal Palace, they don't start off very well, but I think you could still have him in for the first game week. You could put him on the bench when they play Liverpool and Man City, but every other game at the beginning, I would just put him in. He's fairly good defensively and offensively. Even if they lose, he tends to score or get an assist at least. So Zaha. Number 3, James Ward-Prowse from Southampton. Again, he is very consistent, just like Zaha. The previous 2 seasons were very good, 159 and 156. The reason why he's been putting up so many points lately is he takes free kicks and penalty kicks. So if they're ever in trouble, he's going to take those shots, and because of that, he'll put up points. So again, another consistent player. Not many people have selected him, so if he scores, it'll bump your squad up a little bit more. Fixtures: Southampton is not the greatest at the beginning, but again, you can put him on the bench for the first game week, and then in the second game week, put him on the pitch, and you might put him on the bench for the first few games, but like I said, he takes the free kicks, so those are some good point potential with him regardless of who he plays. Alright, and the fourth pick, I've selected Bowen from West Ham. He had a great season, outstanding last season, so I can't see him falling off too much. Perhaps a little bit, but West Ham, he's always going to be playing in the midfield for West Ham. So again, not many people have selected him, and he had one of the highest points per game last season. Fixtures. Man C first. You may want to have him on the bench for the first game, but then throw him back on the squad for the good chunk of the first few game weeks, up to game week 11, 12. Can't go wrong with Bowen, I reckon. Okay, next and last but not least, Jesse Lingard. He's playing for Nottingham Forest. He's always going to be playing since Nottingham Forest. The squad is obviously not as strong as his previous clubs, so he's going to be getting more game time. And that was the reason why he didn't put up as many points in several seasons. But when he was on the pitch, he was likely to score. So I think this is his season to shine. I really think so. And yeah, I think he has motivation because he wants to play for England in the World Cup. So he's going to be hungry. Very hungry. Fixtures for Nottingham Forest. Again, I don't think it really matters. If they play a difficult game, I guess put him on the bench. But if they're playing a mediocre team, or they're in the green, definitely have him on because he's going to play and he's going to have a lot of chances to score and put up assists. So he's my what do you call it? He's my sleeper pick for the squad. Highly recommended. So those are the midfielders. Just to reiterate what I've said there, we've got Saka and Zaha and Ward-Prowse. They're all very consistent, those three. And Bowen as well. And as I mentioned lastly there, Lingard. He's the sleeper pick of the bunch. So again, let me know what you think of those picks. Leave a comment, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video where I'll be discussing the forward group that I've selected. Cheerio!